just like to start off saying that we are concluding spring practice this week. We are practice in the morning at 5. We canceled practice this morning because of the threat of rain and thunderstorms and all the rain that came in last night. So we knew that it'd probably be difficult to get out there, and we didn't want to waste a day. So the percentages go down tomorrow, so we're planning on practicing at 5 a.m. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, unless there's weather system coming in where we have to do something else. And then Saturday morning at 12:30, we'll conclude with our spring game, blue and white game. The way this week's practice is going to be structured is that we have a normal practice tomorrow morning, and then Thursday will be a half practice, half scrimmage, which we're allowed to do and primarily focus on red zone. And then Friday we have to be in shorts, no pad practice, and we'll concentrate on completing the spring, some special teams work, and also individual work by each position coach, position-specific things to teach their kids what they want their kids to do across the summer. And then Saturday, the blue and white game, which is a scrimmage. And I will say this about our football team. Very excited about the progress of our team. I've seen us improve each and every day. I think we've gotten better as a team. I've seen individual players improve and get better all spring. We'd like to continue that this week. We have to continue that to be successful next fall, because come Saturday, that's the last time that we'll put on the pads and have full contact until August. And that's a long time, especially with a team that we're trying to develop and young players we're trying to develop, and also for the freshmen that come in the fall. So we still have a lot of work in front of us this week, and by no means are we cutting down on what we do, because we're almost at the end of spring practice. But I like our team. I like the development of our team. To give you an example, yesterday the scrimmage was Saturday, which was a physical scrimmage, and it was what we tried to do was basically play a full game. And most of the kids got 40-plus snaps in, which in a game sometimes you get 50 to 60 to 70. But for us, I thought it was a great day for our football team. And with that was a very physical practice from my viewpoint. But yesterday, the kids were back. They were excited. They were fired up. They had the eye of the tiger. They were ready to learn. We graded the scrimmage from Saturday. We closed it out. We watched our special teams, and I tell you what, I left there with a good feeling and a good taste in my mouth about the direction of our football team. So, staying focused the next 3 days on the work that we have to do is a challenge, but right now we're on the right road, and I think that as long as our guys continue to realize that there is a lot of room for improvement, that we've got to get better in every phase of the game. We've got to get better on offense. We've got to get better on defense. We've got to get better in the kicking game, and we can take nothing for granted to be the type of team we want to be in the fall.
When you went back and watched the tape of the scrimmage, I know you weren't as pleased as you would have liked to have been with the defense. What did you see that was kind of giving them fits out there?
Well, when you go back and look at it, the offense had a great day, yardage-wise and passing the football. But when you go back, you always watch film, and it's never as good as you thought, and it's never as bad as you thought. And that's why you go back and grade the film and grade the kids that play, because sometimes you can have this conception, or you see things in a scrimmage, but when you go back and watch the whole tape, it is not what you thought it was, or as bad as you thought it was. And defensively, it came down to missed assignments, missed tackles, and some of that came from when one side of the ball has a little momentum, and it happens in a game sometimes. Kids can get on their heels a little bit and and not play fast or not play aggressive as you would like for him to play, and I think that's what happened. But when you go back and you grade the entire film, you look at the rushing yards, and we want to be a team that runs the football as effectively as passing the football. And you go back, and there was 59 total yards in the whole scrimmage of running the football. If we hold opponents to 59 yards rushing in every game this fall, I expect us to win, because if then that makes the team one-dimensional. But the offense was able to hit some big plays and keep some drives alive. And I think when you cut everything open and convert on third down, I think that was the difference in the scrimmage.
Do you take any precautions with running backs this week since the depth is kind of down there?
Well, we have to continue to move forward and push forward, and there's a balance there, where you protect them as much as you can, but at the same time, we've got to get better as a football team. So you try to use judgment, a good sense of judgment, to make sure that we don't just go out there and just, we're trying to get somebody hurt or that type of thing. But we got work to do, and we got to press forward. And how do you do that, and how do you keep that balance? That's something that we've got to make sure that we do this week.
And by this time next week, do you want to start or name the quarterback, or is that something?
I think we're going to continue on into the fall camp, because that's a long way to go. And you name a starting quarterback, and now you got to live with that. And then now you're going with the ups and the downs, and you leave yourself open for criticism and this and that. So, my main thing is let's keep the competition alive on our football team, and let every kid still feel like he's got an opportunity to play, earn playing time, or become a starter.
Coach Germany said that Ivy was kind of emerging, though, after the scrimmage on Saturday. Is that
well? He had a great scrimmage. He had a great, fantastic scrimmage, and he's throwing the ball very well, which is no stranger for fans that have watched Jackson State football for him over the past few years. And now it's an area of consistency with him, and continue to build his confidence through the offseason.
So what did you like the most from the way the passing game performed on Saturday?
Well, I like the way we caught the ball. I like the way that our receivers responded. I mean, they as a group, I know Dan had an exceptional day, which made us all proud. But as a group, as a position group, they really played well, and they really had an outstanding performance.
And what do you feel like you've learned the most about this team?
I tell you that there's a certain degree of eagerness to learn and to be taught. The kids, they want to be better. They want to improve as football players, as individuals, and we're all teachers, and the football field is our classroom, and we want to see our football team develop. We want to see players in each position area get better and improve, and then as they get better and improve, also become more confident in who they are. And then when we play in September, play with that confidence, or some people call swagger, or that chip on your shoulder. And I see us taking steps in that direction, and that's what I want to see us close out with Saturday.
What's the biggest thing you've learned just now getting on the field with these guys, being a head coach?
The thing that I guess the most thing that I've learned as a head coach is that you want to make sure that every position coach is accountable for teaching his position group and demanding excellence out of each position group. And everything just doesn't start on the field, but it starts in the classroom. It starts socially. It starts with their family. It starts with their faith. And all of that ties in when a young man steps on the football field. If all of those things He has exerted himself to be the very best that he can be, and his coach has pushed him to be the very best he can be. And I'm the head coach, and I've pushed the team, I've pushed the assistant coaches, and I can walk out there in a practice, and we look organized, and we are efficient in what we're doing, and we're managing time, and we're teaching kids, and we see kids improving on tape. As I mentioned, the young receivers and every position group and every position area, then I think you become a great football team. And I think as a head coach, that's where I want to see our team, is that when we take the field, whether it's in practice, whether it's in the spring game, whether it's in a weight workout, that we look like a team, we feel like a team, we act like a team, and each individual every day is being pushed and challenged to be the very best that he could be. And at the end of the day, at the end of a practice, I want to express that to the team and say, hey, we got better today, and not lying to them or not misleading them, but also letting them know, hey, I do appreciate the work that you're putting in, and we are improving as a football team each and every day. Now, let's put all this together, and next September, let's see what we got.
And do you feel like the first spring's kind of gone how you imagined it?
No question. I think it's in a lot of ways it's going a lot better. 5 a.m. practices. Kids have bought in. They're there. They're eager to learn. They're ready to practice. They're fired up every day. They come with a sense of expectancy, looking for us to lead them and challenge them to be the very best that they can be. I don't know if you ever got up at 5 a.m. every single morning, 4 o'clock every single morning, but it's tough. Especially an 18, 19, 20-year-old college kid. I'm talking about every morning, not every once in a while. So they've bought in, and it's going to make us, in the end, it's going to make us better in every part of our team.